I'm gonna just do a solo really fast. No. Oh. Okay, how do I turn it on? Do you know? I don't know. Is it on? Hello? 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 Oh, there we go. I'm too short. Any teachers who are being honored, can you please make your way over here? We have a seat for you. So if you're out here, head over here, please. Thank you.
If I just memorize the video, you have to start right now.
I'd be so mad. I'm sure it has, but I'm glad it's
They abstract it all to you don't have material that well. Is it like a big that was so cool. I saw the page. Is that all y'all take pictures? A little bit. I'm scared to oh yeah, you talked about
Mine's like one word under there.
yeah, that's not bad.
I know, like, this is like
Oh yeah, yeah. Like every day I just don't like this one. I really dated this one. I'll take the one that I take. It depends. I guess it depends on fear. Go to top I've heard of I just haven't. I'll take 30 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could quickly find your seats, we'd like to get started this evening. Greetings, my name is Spencer Hansen. I'm an assistant principal at Northridge High School, and I will be your master of ceremonies for the evening. We'd like to begin with a presentation of colors by the Northridge High ROTC program, and then we'll have some opening remarks by Brigit Gerrard, the Davis School District Board member. Thank you.
Honor guard. Halt. Mark time. Arch. Present. Arms.
Please repeat the pledge with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Mark time. Arch. Forward. Arch. Ankle. Arms. Honor guard.
And now Mr. Allen.
That was a beautiful sight to see, and these students up here, you're a beautiful sight to see. It is really my honor and my privilege to be with you here tonight. I want to say thank you to your outstanding principal, Brian Hunt, and your outstanding administrators and vice principals and teachers. This is just a great school, and I always love to walk in the door here. I always feel welcome. There's a great feeling in this school, and I know you're going to miss Principal Hunt next year, as I will, but he'll be doing great things, and you'll miss being a Knight, but it's an exciting time in your lives. But you'll always be a Knight, right? Right. Okay. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Poultry for inviting me and helping put this amazing program together. I'm so excited about it, and I hope that it's a program that continues and that other schools will take up and do, because it's really wonderful. So I want to wish each of you my sincere congratulations. You are the best of the best. I am so impressed with what you have been able to accomplish. It has been said there is no growth in comfort and no comfort in growth. So think about that for a minute. Attaining the outstanding grades that you have after choosing such difficult and rigorous courses certainly has not been comfortable. There have surely been late nights filled with homework and times when you gave up hanging out with your friends so that you could finish an assignment. You have challenged yourselves and stretched to reach new heights, and you have grown. You have learned how to learn. Because you are here tonight, I know that you have not only learned academics, but that you have learned life lessons also. You have had experiences that have taught you those life lessons about perseverance, hard work, resilience, and commitment. It has not been easy, but anything worthwhile is never easy. You have each invited someone to be with you that has helped you and taught you about many different subjects, but just as importantly, or maybe even more important, taught you those life skills through their examples. This teacher that you have invited has not only taught you, but they have inspired you to learn more and be the best person that you can be. I want to recognize and pay tribute to all of you amazing teachers who have made a difference in the lives of these young people. In Davis School District, we have had a theme, and it has been be the one. Each of you here with these students has been the one for them. As I was preparing this, I thought back to my own experience in school, and immediately a name came to my mind he was the one for me. His name is Rob Schneider, and he taught me a lot about creative writing and English literature. But the most important thing that he taught me was to be confident in myself and to know that I could accomplish anything in my life if I set the goal for myself and worked as hard as I could to attain that goal. And I will be forever grateful to him for that. And you have learned that as well and worked so hard to achieve your goals. One of my favorite quotes is from Josh Shipp. He said, "Every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. This night of Accolades is a celebration. We are celebrating the success of each of these students up here today. You out there have been that caring adult for these exceptional seniors. You have invested time, compassion, interest, and assistance in their lives. They will always remember you, not just for what you have taught them, but for how much you care about them, because that is the key. They know that you love them. I am so proud of each one of you as a school board member, but also as a parent and grandparent. Don't stop here. Move forward, keep striving, and keep learning and growing. Be a lifelong learner. Don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way, and don't forget to help someone else along their way as these teachers have done for you. Congratulations, Northridge Knights.
Now we will have the presentation of the scholars and nominees. To begin with, what we will have is the honoree will be the teacher of record who I'll call to the stage, and then the student will be called forward to talk about their teacher. And we'll go through an order. In some cases, we'll have a teacher stay for multiple entries in other cases, and we also have some absent students as well. So we'll do our best to work through the program in that order. So the first teacher that we'd like to recognize as an honoree is Radon Anderson. Please come forward. The floor is yours.
I've been so lucky to have Miss Anderson as my student government advisor all throughout high school. She's done so much to help me become a more confident leader and a team player. She has pushed me to always do my best and taught me what it means to be responsible. Thank you, Miss Anderson, for all you've done to help me become the person that I am today. Thank you.
Next teacher, Lisa Arango.
Growing up in predominantly white schools was extremely difficult. My fellow classmates of color wouldn't get the same opportunities as their white counterparts. Seeing a teacher who is willing to uplift and highlight those unheard voices is something that has been the driving force behind my academic success. Throughout my journey, I felt alone, fighting an uphill battle of inclusion and diversity. Without Ms. Arango, without her mission of putting minorities in leadership positions, a young, confident woman wouldn't be standing here today. I didn't need to be a part of LIA to see her powers in full effect, the contributions that she's made, the messages that she's shared, and how many people she's inspired has forever changed my life as a Black woman continuing with education.
Ms. Arango, if you can please stay. Madison Schinkel is absent tonight. However, I would like to read her comments regarding Ms. Arango. Ms. Arango has been such a big inspiration in my life. She taught me life lessons that I can apply to my life. She taught me the meaning of happiness, what it means to be happy, and what it means to have meaning. She taught me what humanity means, both in groups and individual settings. I will never forget her passion for teaching, as well as her passion for Hamilton. Love you. Our next honoree is Shelley Baker. And our graduate is Bethany Covington.
Tonight, I am honoring my sixth grade teacher, Ms. Baker. Ms. Baker is the most compassionate teacher I've had. She genuinely cared about everyone in our class, and her love cultivated an enjoyable and safe learning environment. Ms. Baker helped me fall in love with learning and taught me to challenge myself in school. This has been especially impactful in my life and has helped me to be successful in my academic journey so far. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Jennifer Baker, who will be presented by Brianna Pickett.
Mrs. Baker believed in me and she helped me believe in myself. She helped me to become a better person and to expand outside of my box. She took the time to understand me and made me feel accepted. She helped me develop good study habits that have helped me in school ever since. Without her influence in my life, I would not have taken college classes and I would not have strived for my best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next honoree is Kendall Banks, and his graduate is Natalie Beeman.
Tonight, I would like to recognize Mr. Banks. I had Mr. Banks as one of my teachers last year, and he pushed me harder academically than I ever thought I was capable of. Mr. Banks solidified my interest in a STEM career and taught me what it means to work hard. Thank you, Mr. Banks, for pushing me to my fullest potential and preparing me for the future.
Our next graduate is Ruth Paul.
Tonight, I would like to honor my physics teacher, Mr. Banks. He inspired my interest in science by encouraging curiosity in the classroom. Mr. Banks always made sure I understood what was going on, offering a hand if he saw me struggle. He pushed me to work hard and truly dedicate myself to education. He managed to turn high school physics from a boring class of lectures into a captivating experience. Thank you, Mr. Banks, for being such a great teacher and example.
Our next graduate is Tyler Trumbull.
Tonight, I want to honor Mr. Banks, also my physics teacher. When I first entered Mr. Banks' class, I felt extremely overwhelmed. The material was the hardest material I've ever taken, and I felt like everyone in the class was much smarter than me. But throughout my 2 years, he really showed me that I could value and enjoy learning. He showed me that it was okay to get excited about learning and that I could have fun developing my mind. And that's something that I've been able to take with me ever since, and I'll take with me for the rest of my life. I'm so grateful to Mr. Banks for being able to shift my entire perspective on education and learning. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Christy Workland, presented and lead.
Tonight, I would like to honor Miss Bjorklund, my sixth grade teacher. I would like to thank Miss Bjorklund for giving me the Kiwanis Leadership Award. It means a lot to me that she recognized my excellence in the classroom as well as fulfilling a leadership role. The award encouraged me to always do my best and achieve my goals, which made me realize that my hard work is paying off and being recognized. When I called her in April, asking if she could attend tonight, she told me something that I'll always remember. She said, "Most of the time, you will never know the impact you leave on a person, but I promise you do. So continue trying to leave an impression." Thank you.
The next honoree is Ron Brown, presented by Sydney DeYoung.
Mr. Brown is very dear to my heart. He was able to provide me with a safe space when I needed one, where I could be creative and find an outlet for my struggles with anxiety. He taught me that art is not just a reflection of a subject, but a history of ourselves. He inspired me to pursue my future career and pushed me to achieve in anything I set my mind to. He deserves all the recognition in the world. You mean so much to me. Stay groovy, Mr. Brown. Thanks for everything.
Our next honoree is Jason Campbell, presented by Natalie Stuckey.
Tonight, I get the great privilege to honor my junior high choir director. Mr. Campbell saw something in me I didn't see in myself. Without choir, I don't know where I would be. I'm so grateful for his influence, his teaching, his talent, for all the opportunities he gave me in junior high to shine, and for helping me discover my talent and passion for music. Thank you, Mr. Campbell, for inspiring your students to step out of their comfort zone and for introducing me to the world of music.
Our next honoree is Shannon Chamberlain, presented by Hilaria Sorensen.
I'm happy to honor my debate coach throughout my high school career. Miss Chamberlain helped me find my voice when I needed it most. She encouraged me to think for myself and to form my own opinions. What a wonderful thing it has been to be around a teacher that makes me feel comfortable enough to change as I grow. Thank you so much for sacrificing your weekends and evenings. My confidence and enthusiasm to use words to make a change is thanks to you.
Is honoree Shaylin Drake present? Please come forward. David Stevens is not present tonight. However, I would like to. He's right here. You're there. Oh, good. You made it. You go right ahead. Here you go. Take note.
As my 7th grade English teacher, Mrs. Roberts had one of the biggest impacts on how I wrote, as she taught me my little 12-year-old self how to think logically and coherently. The sentence starters she made me use, which I still go through in my head as I write, were invaluable when I was trying to come up with an argument. Thank you for helping me learn how to write, which has helped me both inside and outside the English classroom.
Our next honoree is Blaine Draper, presented by Bryson Duran.
In all the teachers I've had over the years, Mr. Draper is one of the few I've been back to visit several times. He's a great teacher. He proved to me that I could learn and remember more than I thought possible, cramming more countries and capitals into my 6th grade brain than I thought could fit. But more than that, he is a great person and someone I look up to. He's not loud or flashy, but he was always willing to join us at recess for a game of sharks and minnows. Thank you, Mr. Draper.
Honoree Courtney Fackrell present. Awesome. Presented by Nikki Bell.
Tonight, I want to honor Miss Fackrell and thank her for always being not only a teacher, but a friend, one I could come to with any issue without any judgment or fear. I remember her specifically congratulating me on my athletic wins in my current sports and letting me know how proud she was of me. That meant a lot to me, that someone noticed my hard work and believed in me. In junior high, I had a hard time being confident, and she helped me believe in myself. As small as her kind actions were, the effect they had on me to feel supported were immense. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself.
We get next have honoree Lisa George. Sam would like to apologize for not being present this evening. He is currently playing baseball on the South Lawn, second half of a doubleheader. So I'm going to go ahead and read his comments regarding his teacher. Miss Mallory made 5th grade the best. She helped me achieve academic success even when I wasn't at school by helping me personally understand and tutoring me on what I missed. This helped me understand that if we work hard, we can achieve hard things. Thanks, Miss Mallory, for helping me achieve the academic success that I had hoped for and for making 5th grade a blast. Thank you. Our next honoree is Shannon Diamond, presented by Caitlin Honor.
Mrs. Guyman, also known as Mrs. G, is my psychology teacher. Sophomore year, second semester, I got to have her for sports psychology, and I knew nothing about psychology. I didn't really even know that it was a study of the brain, which I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, but she somehow convinced me to take AP psychology this year, and it was the best class I could have asked to take. I had never taken an AP psychology or AP class before, and she helped me learn how to be an organized student and to take initiative and be able to have fun with learning. And learning about the brain and learning about how it works has made me find something that is mine and that I really want to go for and really want to study. So thank you so much for helping me find something that I love.
Our next honoree is Carter Hackey, presented by Michael Pierce.
All right, tonight I'm honoring Mr. Hackey. He was my junior high counselor. He went to Bountiful High School with my grandpa, who's always been someone that I want to emulate and who I've always looked up to. I never knew my grandpa because he died when my dad was 4. And Mr. Hackey told me a lot about my grandpa, and he even copied pages from his yearbook and gave them to me that had my grandpa on them. And thank you, Mr. Hackey, for helping me to aspire for the good things that were in my grandpa, and helping me to realize all the potential that I had.
Our next honoree is Chris Harris, presented by Anthony Rattle.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. Chris Harris was my coach in Little League football for like 4 or 5 years. And in those years, he taught me how to work hard, taught me discipline, perseverance to finish no matter what the circumstance, to always give it my all, and to always believe in myself. You never gave up on me or anyone, and you would always praise me when I did something good. I'm forever grateful for you and all the life skills that you taught me. It was way more than just football. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Brady Hill, presented by Chloe Sanel.
When asked to choose a mentor that has made an impact in my life, the choice was simple. Brady has been my dance teacher for most of my life, and I admire her beyond words. Brady teaches young women not only the love of dance, but work ethic, dedication, and confidence. Thank you for the countless hours you have spent working to make me the person and the dancer I am today. You have taught me to be a leader, to inspire, and never give up. Last but certainly not least, you've taught me that blood does not define family, and you have become family to me. Thank you for providing me a home away from home. These valuable lessons and skills I will carry with me forever, and they will help me achieve my dreams. Thank you for everything. I love you.
Our next honoree is Robert Hilliard, presented by Ivan Gray.
Mr. Hilliard, you taught me to be confident. You taught me to take risks. You sometimes said curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And aside from this, I learned to push through difficult tasks. I'm getting there. I learned to push forward through difficult tasks to satisfy my curiosity and desire to learn. You also show me that it's all right to show your personality and have fun by taking your yearbook photo with some Muppets and not getting too mad at me for starting a revolution in your classroom with spray bottles.
Our next honoree is Melissa Hawks, presented by Haley Vigil.
I would like to introduce my Miss Hobbs. At a time in my life when I thought the most about giving up on myself, you lifted me up and showed me what it means to be a true friend and genuine person in a world full of immaturity and bitterness. Thank you for always welcoming with open arms and allowing me to be myself in your safe and comfortable classroom. You are not only an excellent teacher, but a great friend. I beg that you continue to make your impact on those around you, and I will miss you so dearly.
Our next honoree is Jessica Holtree, presented by Joseph Jones.
Throughout my high school years, Ms. Holtree has always been a big supporter of students doing things that stretch them and help them see that they can do difficult things. As a sophomore, I took her regular class and then transferred into her AP class because she believed that I would succeed with the knowledge I had in just the basic class. Along with that, I felt encouraged to do early college, which has allowed me to graduate with my associate's degree. And in all my time in her classroom and in watching her, she has always been so kind to any student that has come in. I've seen her put aside all the work she has. She's very busy as an EP teacher, and just listen to the students who come in and talk with them and be personable. She really does get to know the students and is just very kind. So thank you.
Our next graduate is Maya Semmerlin.
On the first day of my senior year, my grandfather passed away. I didn't return to school till 2 weeks later, but when I came back, I knew that the first person I wanted to talk to was Mrs. Holtree. I remember being so worried about how my younger sister was doing, so I thought, why not take her to one of our school's football games? But it turns out our tickets were very limited. So I went to Mrs. Holtree and I vented about my situation, and then she came back from the administration's office after begging them for another ticket with 2 extra tickets. When she came back with those tickets, I teared up. I knew that it was important for me to be there for my sister and for others, but in that moment, I realized that I needed someone to be there for me. Mrs. Holtree always has been. Having her in my life has not only helped me reach my academic potential, but has also helped me overcome my grief. I will always see Mrs. Holtree as my school mom. Mrs. Holtree, thank you for showing me generosity and compassion for the past 3 years. You'll be my emergency contact in college. I love you.
Next graduate, Brian Bond.
I have built much of my current life around Mrs. Holtree's class. I first came into her class just after moving to Layton as a clueless sophomore. But in her class, I built my entire high school social and academic life as I found lifelong friends, an increase for my love of learning, and I found that the hardest classes, the ones that sometimes make you want to give up and cry, can often be the best classes when you have the right attitude and enough Capri Suns. Because of Miss Holtree, I learned that I can do great things despite difficult circumstances and have fun all the meanwhile. That is something I will never forget. Mrs. Holtree, you have made such a large, positive impact on my life, and I thank you.
Next graduate, Cassidy Bender.
Alrighty. Mrs. Holtree, from the first time I met you as a sophomore, I knew you were different. Maybe it was your outgoingness, your ability to make everyone feel welcome, or your genuine love for science that radiates off you. What makes you unique is how much you care. From Capri Suns to Taco Tuesdays to staying at the school with me until 7 p.m., I always knew you were there for me when I needed it. You've made such a great impact on my life, and everyone's here, clearly. Thank you for teaching me to love science, and most importantly, thank you for being not only a teacher, but a friend.
And one more, Mrs. Holtry. Ava Simpson.
I think I'm the last of the Holtry fan club. When I think of Mrs. Holtry, I think of someone who looks out for the one. I think back to the spring of 2020 when we were all sent home for remote learning. I was in Holtry's AP chemistry course, and besides being stressed for the test that consisted of the hardest material I had ever studied, I was also really struggling with the isolation and my mental health like I haven't before. Sorry. There were countless things that Holtry did for our class that spring that made life so much better, but something that brought all of us light on, and me particularly on a bad day I was having, was when she brought each of her AP students a box of the iconic Capri Sun she usually has in class. She wrote us each individual, "You can do this," kind of letters, and she brought them all to our houses. I'm sure that took her hours, and I was so touched. Mrs. Holtry's kind actions have genuinely changed my life, and Northridge High is so lucky to have her.
Our next honoree is Patty Horton. Caleb Cutler could not be present this evening, so I will read his comments. Throughout my time in junior high, Ms. Horton was always supportive and interested in all aspects of my life. She pushed me to develop my abilities and provided all the tools and opportunities to become better. I've always appreciated her effort and the lessons she taught me. Thank you for encouraging me to do the best I can. Our next honoree is Janae Howell, presented by Ashley Jordan.
Tonight, I am honoring my 10th grade math teacher, Mrs. Howell. Coming to school can be hard, but it's even harder if your teachers don't want to be there either. This is not the case for Mrs. Howell. Mrs. Howell would always get so excited to teach us, and you could tell she really cared about her students. On test days, she would even play songs like "Eye of the Tiger" to pump us up. So thank you, Mrs. Howell, for making coming to school easier and always helping me to do my best.
Our next honoree is Clay Jackson, presented by Ben Miller.
The person I am honoring tonight is Mr. Jackson. He was my junior high soccer coach and history teacher. Coach Jackson made a lasting impact on my life with his energy and enthusiasm. He used activities to make his teaching interesting and memorable. He taught us, regardless of the result, if you tried your best, that is all that matters. He always inspired us to believe in ourselves and trust our team. He made me feel as if I were the only person that was important, which gave me confidence in myself. Thanks, Coach Jackson.
Our next graduate is Alexander Hill.
Mr. Jackson is genuinely one of the most happiest people I've ever met. Every time I spoke with him, I left with a smile. He was always there for his students and taught us the importance of being optimistic and looking for the bright side, even if our grades were bad or we were down by 4 girls, which helped me so much throughout high school. Thank you for all you've done.
And graduate Micah Springer.
The person I chose to honor today is my junior high teacher and coach, Mr. Jackson.
He saw my potential and pushed me to be my best, which helped me get here today. Some of the most important life lessons I've learned have come from you. You were there for in some of my hardest times, physically and mentally, and always put a smile on my face. Words cannot express how thankful I am for you and all that you've taught me.
Our next honoree is Michelle Jensen, presented by Taylor Henkins.
My first grade teacher, Mrs. Jensen, is the person who taught me to fall in love with learning and reading. She would always recommend the most amazing books and was always willing to talk about them with me. I learned how to escape from reality and any worries when I was enthralled by a book. Her influence has brought me to where I am now, and I am forever grateful for that.
Our next honoree is Chelsea Keene, presented by Haley Hayes.
Tonight, I wish to honor Mrs. King, my ninth grade biology teacher. You taught me with passion and with care, and I learned not only science, but how to have curiosity for anything I do. You inspired me with your love of learning, and with that love, pushed me to be the successful person I am today. Thank you.
Is Jason Langelis present? Yes. Dixon Trumbo could not be present tonight, so he has asked me to read his comments for you. I want to honor Mr. Langelis because he has inspired me to be a student and as a gay man. He gave me a chance in musical theater and allowed me to be comfortable in my own skin. Because of him, I want to become a theater teacher and inspire other students to open up and fall in love with theater and themselves like Mr. Langelis helped me do. Thank you. Our next honoree is Sarah Lynn Lucas, presented by Rachel Hartley.
Miss Lucas, senior year was the most challenging year I've had to endure. Your ability to give your time, attention, when I needed it most was like no other. You have a gift of teaching that not all teachers have, and by that I mean you care about me personally. I'm thankful for your willingness to believe in me. I'll forever be grateful for teachers like you who put their best efforts in. Who made an impact on me in high school. You made an impact on me in high school, and I'll take your kindness with me throughout my life. Thank you for being a great mentor and friend to me.
Our next graduate is Peyton McCollum.
All right, I would like to thank Mrs. Lucas for making me love school and for pushing me to be my best self. Mrs. Lucas has so much love in her heart, and I'd be so lucky to be half the person that she is. Thank you for guiding me and preparing me for the future. Because of you, I'm so excited for what's next.
Is honorary Andrew McCord present? Okay, we'll go ahead and let Isaac Harla present her.
Ms. McCord has definitely had a lasting impact, not only in my high school experience, but also my life. Amber has helped me to step out of my comfort zone with dance and try things that are new and help me to love all forms of dance. But most importantly, she has encouraged me to be my best self and to be true to myself. She has encouraged me to make my own decisions when it comes to where I want to go with my education and with my life. I'm so grateful for her care and support through some of the most stressful life decisions, and I would like to honor her for that. Thanks, Amber.
Tonight, I'd like to recognize Mrs. McCord because even in this tough year, she's helped me to continue my love for cheer.
Not only that, but she's also pushed me to do greater things with my academics and been there for me like another mother. I've been her cheerleader for years, and I want her to know that she's been one of my biggest cheerleaders as well. Thank you, Amber.
Our next honoree is Brent McKnight, presented by Connor Williams.
Tonight, I would like to honor Mr. McKnight, aka BMAC. I would like to honor him for introducing me to business and guiding me towards my future. I always thought I wanted to go into STEM, but Mr. McKnight showed me that there was something else I loved just as much. He taught me how businesses work and how to market ideas and products, but most importantly, that finding something you love to do is one of the biggest parts of being successful. Thanks, BMAC.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Kayla Anderson.
Okay. When I first started high school, I was a very quiet and shy person. I met Mr. McKnight when I decided to take his marketing class. This led me to take all of his classes, and I love them so much. He taught me not only that marketing skills in life are important, but also encouraged me to get out of my shell. Because of him, I changed my mindset, decided to not be quiet anymore. He also helped me choose a career path. Thank you for helping me learn that marketing is not only for business, but it's for everything around you. Thank you for being the best teacher and my friend. I'm gonna miss you.
Our next honoree is Abe Millett, presented by Owen Wayman.
Tonight, I'm going to be honoring my soccer coach for several years. Abe Millett is not just a mentor or a coach. He is a hero and a friend. Abe stands up for what he believes in. When he disagreed with the coaching style of a major soccer club, he left and chose to coach elsewhere, and the whole team followed him. Abe recognized that real victory came through progression as both a team and as an individual. He taught me to stand up for what I believe in, including myself. Thank you, Abe.
Is honoree Michael Murphy present? Taylor Adams could not be with us this evening, so I will read his comments first. During my junior football season, there was a point when I was down and feeling depressed. I didn't have motivation to get anything done or come to practice. When I told Coach this, he said, "The best thing you can do right now is get up and move. Don't be too hard on yourself. That will stick with me for the rest of my life. Thank you." Our next graduate is William Howe.
When I first moved to Utah, Coach Murphy was one of the first people that I met. During some summer football practices, he was up in the weight room and down on the field every single day. He ran all of our workouts, and I got to know Coach Murphy pretty well. During this last football season, Coach Murphy started coaching my position group, and I had the opportunity to spend even more time with him. Coach Murphy taught me lessons beyond the scope of a teacher. He taught me the importance of hard work and committing to the process. He taught me to be a person that others can rely on and to rely on other people. He taught me about mental toughness and pushing through adversity. Thank you, Coach, for everything you have done for me and always demanding the best of me.
Our next honoree is Claudette Nielsen, presented by Madeline Woodrow.
Miss Nielsen's 7th grade science class is the reason I love learning. From the first day of school when she set her desk on fire to pretending to be birds scavenging for paper clips, there was never a dull moment. I have always been a reserved and shy person, but her class was where I was comfortable being myself. Even more than just science, I learned how to be unapologetically comfortable in my own skin, which is something I'd really need going into the next few years of my life. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Keith Pearson, presented by Cameron Murdoch.
Steve Peterson, or PD, as the students call him, is the most passionate teacher I've ever met. He was my history 1700 teacher. CE, I know, history. But I have never been more excited to learn about why Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean. And I will never forget throughout quarantine his crazy videos and how he flipped and broke a desk. Yeah, that was bad. To prove a point and to get his lesson taught. I think every student left your class wanting to study history. So thank you.
Our next honoree is Tim Phillips, presented by Caitlin Rozier.
Mr. Phillips always had such a fun spirit, and he made me laugh every time I went to his class. He had a smile on his face every day. He was very passionate about everything that he taught, and he encouraged me and other students to embrace life how it is and do our very best. You can tell that he truly cared about his students and their success. Thank you for giving me a positive outlook on life and encouraging me to push through hard things.
Our next honoree is Melissa Port, presented by Morgan Bailey.
My sixth grade teacher, Miss Port, is who I want to recognize today. Her amazing support for me never ended with sixth grade. She attended my piano recital, wrote to me when I entered junior high, and remained close to my family as she taught my younger siblings. I will never forget her kindness as she always encouraged me to stay focused and continue to progress towards success in my schoolwork and extracurricular activities. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Captain Quilter, presented by Maya Rowland.
When I first started high school, I was unsure about what I wanted to do in my future. It was Ms. Coulter's compassion for her students, willingness to help, and passion for teaching that taught me that having a successful future is dependent on doing what you are passionate about. Ms. Coulter has served as an inspiration to not only myself, but to many other students, and for that, I will be forever grateful and would like to thank her.
Our next honoree is Andy Rawlings, presented by Maren Corbin.
I've been very fortunate to get to know Coach these past 3 years. He's been there supporting me for every race, every workout, and most importantly, every pasta party. Coach Rawlings has taught me that even if you run horribly and have a terrible race, everything will be okay. You can't be successful without some failure in the mix. Thanks for everything, Coach.
Our next graduate is Corbin Anderson.
So, I've known Coach Rawlings for a good amount of time, but sophomore year, he recruited me for cross country, even though I sucked, but he trusted that I could go fast, and now I hate running less, but I'm a little less sucky too. But the biggest thing I want to point out is how good Rawlings is at letting me go cry after a terrible race, but coming to talk to me afterwards after I get it all out. Might be a public place, but it's all good, because I got Coach to back me up.
So I also chose Coach Rawlings. Coach Rawlings, he's been my cross country coach since sophomore year, and I know he's always believed in me since in sophomore year when I was 5'4", he was running me on the varsity team with the boys that were a couple feet taller than me and a couple minutes faster than me. And I just know that he cares about all of his athletes. Whenever I leave practice, I always say, "Love you, coach," and he responds with, "Love you too." And I really feel that he does love all his athletes. This year, I kind of fricked my knee up and in a skiing accident and haven't been able to run track season. And I think he's emailed my mom before like every meet asking if I can run in the meet. And just wanted to thank him again because he's an awesome dude.
Our next honoree is Brigit Gerrard, presented by Carly Bolden.
So I chose Mrs. Roberts because she's one of the kindest people that there is. She's hard on you when you need it, but she's also there for you when you need it. She's a teacher that gets to know you for who you are and not what your grades are. She actually cares about you, and she's been gone for a while now, and that's why I'm failing chemistry, CE chemistry. She's the only thing getting me through that class. When I'm having a hard time in class, she's there for me. When I need to rant, she's there for me when she needs to stand up for me. I've gotten more help from her than I have with anyone else. Like, you've always been there for me, and you pushed me to be better for myself and to believe in me. And she's just the best teacher around, and I'm going to miss her so much.
The next honoree is Logan Skolaronski, presented by Molly Carlisle.
Okay, the person I picked as my mentor tonight is Mr. Skov. Skov has been a teacher, friend, and mentor to me since 4th grade. One of my biggest takeaways is to never give up, whether in school, sports, or anything else. Skov was the baseball and boys basketball coach, but he knows what it's like to work your butt off for something you want so badly and fail. But he also has taught me that failure is a lesson, and when you fail, you get right back up until you reach your goal. Skov always pushed me to do better and be more. He saw my potential far before I could. Skov encouraged me to take harder classes and go outside my comfort zone. This has already helped me so much in my high school education and future plans. I know this lesson will help me in the future to do and be anything I want.
Our next honoree is Chair Shiva, presented by Joshua Portlace.
Master Shiba taught me a lot of things over many years. While working towards earning my black belt and through many days of practice, she would always push me to do better than I did the day before. She wasn't just a coach, but she would make sure that I just didn't slack off in school or helping with my family or helping other people. She has high standards, but she worked with me and helped me accomplish great things. I am grateful for the encouragement she gave me and lessons she taught me, and that I get this chance to recognize her impact on my life.
Is Corey Vigil present? Yeah. Come on up. Keaton Bradford is not here tonight, so I would like to read her comments. Though you may not realize it, Coach Corey has taught me many things during his 3 years as my track coach. While he was teaching me to physically increase my speed, he taught me to have patience with myself and for the world around me. He taught me to persevere and continue growing, even when it felt helpless. Coach Corey taught me to never give up on myself, and for that I will forever be grateful. Thank you. Our next award recipient is Jason Velos. However, he is absent. He'll be presented by Jenna LeBaron.
Mr. Velos had to once stop a history documentary because I was hiccuping too loud and no one could hear what was going on. And then he taught me a very valuable lesson on his no-fail way to get rid of the hiccups. In addition to that pro tip, he taught me how to make connections and to feed my curiosity by digging deeper into subjects that I didn't understand. He relates with his students and then he helped them relate to the world, which is why he was such a powerful teacher. I just wanted to thank him for teaching me how to learn.
Our next honoree is Anna Weberly, presented by Ellie Blundell.
Tonight I am honoring Miss Weberly, aka Profe. Profe has been the best teacher I've ever had. She has shown me that she truly cares about me and my learning as well as my well-being. She has taught me Spanish as well as how to appreciate different cultures and people. I have had some of the coolest experiences thanks to Profe. One important lesson she has taught me is to be confident in myself and what I know. Thank you, Profe.
Our next honoree is Mary Jo Wilcoxon, presented by Joseph Corbell.
When I was in 8th grade, Miss Wilcoxon showed me what it means to just not respect your mentors, but to find friends in them. This lesson helped me throughout high school, getting to know all my favorite teachers. And I know it will be invaluable in college. And one of the many things that she did for me was buy me and my friends lunch on the last day of junior high. Thank you for that, and for being a friend in a place I never thought possible.
Our next honoree is Connie Workman, presented by Savannah Sweeten.
Before 9th grade, I was what Mrs. Workman would call a coaster. Basically, I did the bare minimum to get an A. I came to realize that coasting would not be accepted in her class, and I am so grateful for that. She taught me that nothing in life comes easily, and that hard work is essential to be great. This advice helped me get through tough classes and long tennis matches. Thank you, Mrs. Workman, for your constant support and encouragement.
Is honoree Cale Harris present? Move on to our next honoree, Tracy Nolan, presented by Jordan Beringer.
Tracy Nolan was my cheerleading coach at Northridge in junior high. When I made the squad and got to know Tracy, I realized we had a lot in common, both being military kids from Germany. In my 2 years under her instruction, Tracy became my second mom, allowing me to bounce ideas, express concerns, and even just vent. She, in return, was and continues to be a cheerleader for me and my goals. Without Tracy's encouragement, I don't think I would be where I am today, ready to move to Texas and chase my dreams at Baylor University. Thank you, Tracy. I love you.
Our last honoree for the evening is Chris Smith, presented by Cassidy Cheshire.
Coach Smith, my high school basketball coach, welcomed and encouraged me from the time I first met him. He always looked for the positive and has taught me to never give up even when things get hard. He wanted me to succeed not only in basketball, but also in academics and life. Thank you, Coach Smith, for helping me to gain confidence in myself and believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself.
Parents, students, and teachers, please join us in one more round of applause for all of our award recipients. We will now hear some closing remarks from Principal Hunt.
That was really amazing. About 2/3 the way through, my wife leaned over to me and said, "Are you emotional?" I said, "No, I was lying." And then I said to her, "Are you?" And she said, "Yeah, it's inspiring." What's inspiring is these amazing young men and young women. What's inspiring is that we have so many awesome educators, people who understand human connection. None of these students up here said, I'm honoring this person because they love science and they're really good at science and they made me really good at science. That's not what we were honoring tonight. We were honoring amazing students and amazing educators. Educators who have big hearts. These students only have, is it 2 weeks left here? Are you counting? And I have about 2.5 weeks left here. I spent 7 years at Northridge. Can you imagine 7 years? It's really not that long. But I want our knights here to know that once a knight, always a knight. When you leave here, I hope you continue to do great things. You're on an amazing trajectory in your lives. And I hope that you stay on that and that you honor your alma mater, Northridge High School. Little known fact, Knight of Accolade, a little play on words. I don't know if you've Googled accolade, but obviously an accolade is a recognition. It's an honor. But an accolade is also when a person is knighted and the sword touches their shoulders. That is called an accolade. And tonight we honored a number of educators whose only connection to Northridge High School is that you sent students on to us. We honored educators from elementary schools and junior highs. We honored coaches. And I want you to know that now that you've participated in the Night of Accolade, you're a knight. And once a knight, always a knight. I hope that as our graduates leave us, that they'll remember the people, all the many people who've touched their lives and made a difference for them. It was really inspiring to see each of you stand here tonight and share the spotlight and share the stage with someone who's made a difference for you. We've honored the students, we've honored some educators, but tonight I'd also like to honor our parents and grandparents who are here tonight. We know they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of the caring adults in their lives, especially their parents and their grandparents. I want to thank you for spending an evening at Northridge High to honor our students and to honor some of the great educators who touch the lives of our students. Northridge